How's it going, YouTube? This is a review of my buddy, Generations Drift. So, taking a look at the package, you got up there a nice picture of Drift with all the details showing. Hey, this from a movie. Transformers. Another picture of Drift. His alt mode. Him with his sword being all badass. His alt mode again. His little bio if you want to read it. Apparently this is the same guy as Generation 1 Drift. So he's an ex-Decepticon who was called Deadfoot, if I read TF Wiki correctly, who wielded guns and then decided to stop being a Decepticon after meeting neutral Transformers and realized what the war really was and decided to be an Autobot and take up swords and somehow randomly become a samurai. But also here you have the available Transformers in Wave 2, Strafe and Slash. I'm guessing Lockdown got bumped to Wave 3 with whoever else. The new movie Bumblebee and whoever else is to be released. But no, Strafe is actually back there behind my webcam, and he will probably be reviewed tomorrow, maybe. Look for that in the upcoming day or so. I have something hilarious to talk about with him, but that is for another review in another day. This one's about Drift, and not about this packaging. So, Generations Drift. Movie Drift. Generations Movie Drift. Whatever you want to call him. He's Drift, and he is blue. Oh, he is blue. Check out the sweet, deep, dark blue for most of his bits, and then the random spots of almost metallic blue for passing as armor plating. Actually, it is armor plating. The deep blue is more regular movie Transformer detail as well. The metallic blue gives some sweet armor plating on the shoulders, the thighs here, well, the car bits here instead, and the thighs here. Detail wise, there's a lot of it since he is a Bayformer. Check out that head sculpt. It's gold and a traditional samurai helmet at the same time, with like an explosion of tubes out of his head and light piping. Oh, light piping. Check out that cute blue stare. Oh, he just makes me want to pinch his cheeks. He's so cute. Of course, he's got some nice classic Transformer designs, like the hood chest and the bicep wheels or shoulder wheels, I don't know, and the non-fists hands. They're almost the cube with a tube, but they're just open just enough so that they actually look like fists. Like they hands. His legs are amazing too, with all this armor plating poking out farther than the actual leg, and for some reason big black feeties and no heel spurs. Luckily he's not so back heavy that he falls over, but he does have a bit of a backpack, which actually I love this backpack, because here you have weapon storage for his two screw-you katanas, which just fit in his hand, and look badass as nothing and anything. I'm not sure what I'm saying, but I don't talk about these right now. If you've I'm losing my mind, people. Also, along with those two big swords, he has two tiny little knives, which I love the fact that they stash away in his roof. getting them out there. They're a little hard to get at because my fingers are kind of big, but you can see weapon ports there and there. Putting Drift off to the side, we'll talk about his accessories. Of course, he comes with the two big swords, which are nice. They're a lot better plastic than Generation's Drift swords, the white guy, if you've seen that toy. I'll post a link in the description to Theo's review of Generation's Drift if you want to see what his G1 form looked like. And then you've got these two little knives, this little steak knives. I don't know why he needs to have 4 swords, but Drift wants 4 swords, Drift gets 4 swords. Very nicely detailed, and still thin, bendy plastic, but these aren't as bendy as these ones with the little random slices cut into them. They're not bad, but they're just designed not to break. And they do have some nice molded in detail, including the hilts, which is a nice touch. In addition to being able to put them away, sheath, you can also do this hilarious thing. Which I will show you as soon as I finish getting it into position and on camera. But I did see Transformers 4 about a week ago. I did enjoy it. You can do that, which is always funny. It looks like he can access any TV station in the known galaxy with his giant bunny ears. But more appropriately, they fold down just for when he's not fighting. Randomly, Drift, spoiler alert, in the movie, for unexplained reasons, is a triple changer. Yes, indeed. There are 2 scenes in the movie where he just randomly transforms into a helicopter. We get no explanation at all, but screw explanation, he's a helicopter. It's just so they could release a Voyager-sized toy of this guy who transforms into a helicopter. But you can also do this, have his swords there, and I think due to his articulation, he may be able to do this. He can actually do that. That's pretty amazing. They can just take his swords out of their sheath whenever he wants. Speaking of articulation, his head is on a ball joint. Very nice range of motion. You can go 360, it can go up, you can look down kinda, and due to the transformation, he has an extra hinge for a neck. He actually has an articulated neck, so he can look up even more. Say he's looking up at Optimus Prime saying, "Sensei, what are we going to do next?" Shoutouts to Emgo. So there's that. His backpack is on a really weird joint. It's on a stick, so it can do a rotation if you want to have it, say, down here, and have him unable to access his swords. But this is its configuration for vehicle mode, so that's pretty cool. It's like on multiple joints in there that I can't even really describe. It's got this kind of motion. It's crazy. I've never seen a backpack with so much articulation, and the swords are falling out. You put them off to the side. His shoulders, then. Nicely hinged. Pretty wide range of motion. It can go forwards. It can go 360. Which is very nice. His shoulders are very nice. They're on a mushroom peg. And they look like they should be on a ratchet, but it's kind of a faux ratchet. It doesn't really ratchet right there. His shoulder armor is on a separate hinge within the hinge, so it can move independently, which is nice. And the armor piece is on a hinge because, spoiler alert, it becomes part of the car mode if the wheel wasn't obvious enough. Moving down the arm, you have a very nice ratcheted elbow. And light piping. And light piping. Very nice light piping. His face, detail-wise, looks so cute and chubby. I just want to pinch it. Oh, drift. And he does, getting back to his arm, besides a nice hinge, he does actually have a rotation at the elbow. And a little bit of a, oh, you can't see. Rotation, hinge, ratcheted hinge. And he does have a little bit of wrist hinging. So, overall, very nice arm joints. Then you get to the leg joints, and they look like they're connected to one joint just because they so tight they move together. But now you got straight forwards and backwards, which the backpack gets in the way. But you can go almost 360. So, pretty nice, epic kicks, and then ratcheted hips. So you can go out about that far, and then a thigh swivel, a knee joint, which is kind of hampered by this little piece here, but if you move it out of the way, he has full 90-degree motion in his knee, so that's cool. He has a slight bit of forward movement, but not much because of this little piece here gets in the way of the shoulder, not the shoulder, the thigh armor. So, and then you've got your foot motion for transformation. So, overall, a very nicely posable figure. I don't normally talk about Transformers proportions because I'm not an expert on proportions, being a fat guy. But his arms are pretty skinny if you don't think about the kibble. And he looks pretty good proportionally. I'll put his foot around. And now, drift, transform! So, start by putting the backpack at the back. This is my favorite part of his transformation. Flip the head so it's looking that high up, and then raise his hood chest so it's right there. Rotate the backpack, fold out his actual hood, and lay it right snugly right there. Coming to the feet, we're going to fold these pieces out again. Fold the feet in, so like this, and fold in. And fold these down so they are flush. Fold these down so they're flush. Peg his back fin together. And that's just about his legs done. So then you're going to unfold this part and peg it in. Whoa. There's a notch right here that just goes in under the tail fin and clicks in, so it just stays there. And there's most of your Bugatti. So now, shoulders, you're going to click forward until they peg in. So, I'll show this here. Just until they can peg in. And then you're going to I didn't show that at all, did I? Extend, peg in. You're going to fold this down, and there is a peg here, hole in there, so it just, there we go. There's one side, there's the other side. And then you come to the underside, you take these swords, which, crap, there we go, peg in to 2 holes under his chest, which now you can get a nice look at what the underside of his chest looks like without the Bugatti hood chest. Apparently, from what I've seen in the other generations drift, the hood chest is upside down. But there's your car mode, and is a very nice car mode. I think I'm in love with this car mode. It's a mostly blue Bugatti Veyron 2014 edition, I believe. I'm not up on Bugatti, but all I know is they're a high-end, expensive Italian car designer who makes really fast cars. So, detail-wise, it's pretty spot on. You got the little red there, which should say Bugatti, but this is so small that doesn't matter. You got the headlights picked out in silver, all this nice molded-in detail on the front grille. I don't know how well it's going to come off. There you go. There's your front grille. You got silver painted rims, which, look at them spin. He rolls so well. You'd think the swords and the cable under there would have an issue with it rolling, but nope. It rolls so well. You got your nice transparent windshield and side windows. Obviously, you can see the swords there, but more to the point, there's also molded in windshield wipers there, which is a nice touch. I'm glad to see that on a realistic, real-world car mode. You got this random symbol here, which looks like it might be Bugatti, I'm not sure. But you also have a tampographed Autobot symbol there, and the hinge, still workable in car mode, reveals his hand and his thigh, so no need to open the doors. The humans never rode in drift anyway, so there's no need for seats and whatnot. Coming to the back, you got this nice molded-in detail there, which I don't know what it is. Maybe it's boosters, I'm not sure. But give me a second. I'm checking on the Blue Jays game. Go Blue Jays. Hey, it's blue. Oh, is it blue? Continuing forward, you got the black back fin for some reason, and more black on the back. I don't know if that's inaccurate to the actual car, but whatever. You got the headlights, the tail lights picked out in silver. This empty license plate, which will probably get him arrested a lot, and some more nice detail there. I'm guessing exhaust pipes. Overall, this is a very tidy package. I'm glad to finally have a drift in my Autobot collection, because I so wanted that other drift that was white and is a drift racer, but just the price, I couldn't get it. But I found this guy today at my local Walmart, along with Dinobot Strafe and Slash. Slash was there too, which I could talk about. I could spend a few minutes talking about how slow my local Toys R Us is, how they haven't gotten any toys in months besides the first wave of movie toys. But I think I'm going to end this video here. So, Thank you for watching. Check out the links in the description to my Facebook, my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter @WeirdCollector5 if you want to see hauls and random things I post. But also check out Theo's review, Theo's Awesome Transformers review. There'll be a link in the description to the other version of this guy. So go check that out. Throw him some likes. He's a really awesome toy reviewer. But, thank you for watching, and goodbye.